Our tale begins in the ancient world, where the first domestic cats originated. Think Egypt, around 4,000 years ago. Yes, the same place where people worshipped cats as gods. Cats have not forgotten this, especially the ginger ones. The ancient Egyptians were besotted with these feline creatures, so much so that they even had a goddess named Bastet, who was half woman, half lion. But why the obsession, you might ask? Well, they believed cats had protective qualities, and who wouldn't feel safe with a miniature tiger in their house? Let's fast forward to the Middle Ages. Here, our ginger kittens had a bit of a tough time. For reasons unknown, possibly jealousy of their fabulous coats, they were often associated with witchcraft. Yes, you heard it right, folks. If your cat was ginger, you might as well have started brewing potions and chanting spells. But don't worry, the ginger kitten's reputation took a turn for the better in the 17th century thanks to the Dutch painters. They started featuring these fiery felines in their paintings, and suddenly, being a ginger kitten was back in vogue. It was like the Renaissance for ginger kittens, but with fewer togas and more mice. Now, onto the Victorian era. Queen Victoria herself had a soft spot for these little furballs. Rumor has it she owned a couple of them. Imagine that. A royal ginger kitten, probably lounging on a velvet pillow being fed the finest tuna. That's the life, right? Today, ginger kittens continue to be popular, and why wouldn't they be? They're playful, silly, and incredibly curious, always ready for a good wrestle or a chase. They love climbing things, and yes, sometimes those things are you. They're experts at catching laser dots, even though they've never actually succeeded. But don't tell them that, it's all part of their charm. These little furballs love a good bath, especially if it involves bubbles. They're like mini, fluffy submarines exploring an ocean of foam. And don't get me started on their love for strings and toys. They could probably teach a masterclass on the art of playing with strings. And when it comes to loving their humans, ginger kittens definitely win the gold medal. They're like tiny, furry shadows that follow you around, always ready for a cuddle or a nap on your lap. To wrap things up, if you ever find yourself in the company of a ginger kitten, consider yourself lucky. You're in the presence of a cat that has been worshipped as a god, accused of witchcraft, painted by the Dutch masters, and cuddled by Queen Victoria. Quite simply, one of the most lovable, adorable felines in the history of the world as we know it. And remember, they're not made of gingerbread, no matter how deliciously cute they may be. Meow.